Hey everybody, we're going to be reviewing this seat. This is a 2-passenger seat, has a single base, and it folds up. So in this video today, I'm going to tell you guys why I chose this seat, talk about some of the issues, and the install, and also the unboxing of the seat so you guys know what it comes with, some things that you need to consider. Camper vans and seats. So I bought this seat for about $6 something off AliExpress. It came in and I got it in black pleather, and I'm gonna go do a mock-up and then we're gonna see how it swings open. That way we know what to do before we go and mount it in the van. I did make a mock-up of the template and we're gonna put it on a crate and open it up. So this is super heavy. We're going to bring a crate here and open it up. Now I'm going to secure it so I can unfold it.
That's it?
Okay, let's see how to open this. That is not the way it opens. No. Okay. Maybe this way.
It's stuck
There's
somewhere.
a lot of tension on the seat.
Okay.
Okay, it's opening. It's opening. Go ahead, try lifting it. No, 1 second. Go ahead, try now. You have to pull this handle.
Okay. That's a good looking seat.
This feels super unsafe.
So there's little adjustments we can make to go ahead and change the angle. But again, this is on wood, and in the van it's going to be highly secure in 6 different places. So how much space do you need? That's what we're trying to figure out. That's actually the key.
Okay.
Put his feet right there. Put an R here, rest. So now we're marking the areas. This is going to be the resting stage. And I'm going to let the taller son sit on here too.
First base.
Make it right here.
So that's the max that we're going to have. Okay, that's the M. Okay. So there's the operation. We're going to keep looking to see if there's a tilt. But the seat is really nice. It's got the chrome up there, 2 built-in seat belts. And this thing is heavy duty. I don't think it's rated by the Department of Transportation, but I have no issues with using this in my van. So this is the full operation. We did not find that it actually reclines back further. So we lift the handle right here in the corner. This thing pulls down. Then you lift this lever to be able to unlock it and get it vertical. And this is the adjustment in once it's horizontal. If I want to increase the angle or decrease it, it'll be very easy. Built-in shocks and a really nice seat. I think you need about 18 inches from the front of the seat where the base is, and from the back of the base the total amount that's needed is about 35. And for the side, to make sure you're not going to scratch up the seat as you're lowering it or putting it in the vertical position, I think it's going to be about 5 inches. Let me check. So look straight down, honey. And to make sure, like if this is the wall, that it's not going to scratch it. So this is the lock to keep it vertical. And I'm going to lower it so we can check the other side as we're doing it to make sure that it's going to clear. Again, I'm going to lower it down.
Oh, it's passing it.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh, definitely.
How much?
Just stop. Okay, keep going. It's at a 6 right now.
Okay, so
If I'm looking straight down.
can you come here, honey?
And then when you get lower, it's going to get less. Like to the 5.
And it's going to be up around the seat area, around this bump, right? That's the most part.
Mm-hmm.
For the operation of the seat, you need, it looks like about 6 to 7 inches of space. So you don't actually hit this into the side of the van. So again, let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Yep. So 7 inches to be extra sure. So once this is seated, the wall will be right here. That is a lot of space to lose. So I'm going to go and mark this. And again, you could probably get away with about 6.5 inches. Now let me measure the distance from here to where the other side is. Now we're going to measure the total width that I'll need from the sidewall, including the 6.5 inches I've given myself right here. And I've run it to the other side, and we're going to go and put the seat up and see how it does. Right now I'm at about 40 inches. Yep.
Okay.
This doesn't have an issue. It's the other side,
Yeah.
huh? So 40 inches. So this side really has no issue. The side that folds down, maybe you want to give yourself half an inch just to make sure you're not going to go and damage the corner of the leather here. But the other side, the 6.5 inches is definitely needed. Unless you're going to keep it down all the time. And I think this is a lot of room to actually get back, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, good to know. And I'll leave you guys a link to this down below. And I want to thank the kids for their help. Are you guys excited to sit down on this?
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. But I really wish if this product could recline. And I still do love the quality of this chair. It's super good.
Hey friends, so the seat is completely installed. And it actually works really great. I did run into a few issues because some of the hardware I purchased from Amazon said it was rust proof, and guess what guys, it rusted, and that was not fun. And so I went ahead and just replaced the bolts and washers. But let me go ahead and show you guys how this all works and show you guys how it folds up so you guys can see it for yourself. So this one right here needs to be pulled, and once I pull this, the top section folds down. Before I do that, I did want to show you guys that the seat belts actually go into place, and this does have seat belts. So this folds down like that, and you need about 6.5 inches of room on the side for this to clear. This was a little bit of a bummer for me, as I thought I can go ahead and get this flush against the panel, and that's not the case here, guys. So nonetheless, after I figured that out, I went ahead and got this in place. Now let's go ahead and put up the seat. So to put up the seat, you pull this lever right here, and then the seat just folds up. It does have a shock right here to help with the load, and this is how you get the seat down. This is the locker. So if you're driving and you don't want the seat to come down, that's how you lock it in place. But again, the shock is there, and that's never going to happen. Anyway, this is a really cool seat, and I've really enjoyed it. I got it for about $600, but I did have to pay shipping, and it took 2 months. So I'll leave you guys a link down below to where I purchased it in case you are building out your van. You want to jump on this early and make sure this is in your garage. But overall, I'm really happy with this, and I think it's a really good setup. And if you guys find any other seats that are going to be comparable and can do similar things at a good price, please let me know what they are down below, as I'm always looking for things to do in the future. If you have any questions about this, please let me know down below, and I'll do my best to point you guys in the right direction. And as I did mention, you do have to reinforce this from the very bottom. Hey guys, I'm on the ground. I gotta get the footage for this. Okay, so here's what I did. I purchased these. There's gonna be a total of 6 of them. I doubled up on this particular one because this is actually the rib, and I wanted to make sure that this is going to be one of the most important parts. And I also doubled up on the very front one. This came in a pack of 6, and this time I went through and actually painted over the bolts as well. I used Rust-Oleum, and I might have to do another coat because I live in Texas, and yeah, it gets rusty pretty quick here. So I'm gonna go treat some of this. It's been a while, and make sure that this does not reappear. But this is how I did it. So I got a big washer, a locking washer, and the nut, and I used pretty much all M8 and M10 bolts and M12s in the very front here. So you're going to run into a little issue as far as spacing, so make sure you are mindful of that. You're going to need pretty long bolts, and without utilizing this, it's going to be a little bit challenging, as most of the rigidity actually comes from this particular brace. So this is going to be the second rib. So where my hand is the front of the van. This is where the fuel filler pipe runs. So I had to go ahead and go into the second rib. So this is the first rib, and that's the second rib. This is where you're trying to aim for. And these actually have factory holes. So try to use as many of the factory holes as possible. This will be the back of the actual bracket. And if you can go ahead and aim for this, you're going to have a really good experience, and you're going to love the seat. And on my vehicle, if you guys see these wires right here, I've actually run some green lights, and they're low power. And if you guys want to go and do that, I'll have a video link down below on this and how it looks at nighttime. And I also did it to my front grills. So for $10 you get 10 lights, and it really does change the look of the van. Let me go ahead and give you guys a close-up of this again. So I'm about 1.5 inches away from this beam right here. On this side over here, it looks like I'm about maybe 4.5 inches away. From the inside is 6.5 inches when you're actually inside the van. That's how I measured it, and you will get a good hit. And from the inside, you can measure away from the window, and it's 6 inches away. And from the inside, you can measure, and it's 6.5 inches away. Let me know if that was helpful, guys. And if you have any questions, I don't mind getting the measurements and leaving that in the video description box down for you guys. Today is a beautiful day, guys. So I am about to go ahead and pack it up and go see some family in California. So if you guys are enjoying this, make sure that you guys give the video a thumbs up. But I did want to get this to you guys, as I know there's a lot of people that are looking for affordable seating options, as they're super expensive. I have found seats that were $5,000, and I still had to install it. Anyway, make sure that you guys do not forget to give the video a thumbs up.